Initial Findings Report. Proposed 4.00-meter legal easement of right-of-way. Lot 19, Barangay Patoc, Dagami, Leyte. Prepared by Geodetic Engineer. Prepared for Ma'am A.J. Date: June 27, 2026. Subject: Initial findings and preliminary assessment for the establishment of a 4.00-meter legal easement of right-of-way, serving Lot 19, Barangay Patoc, Dagami, Leyte. Dear Ma'am A.J. Villamore, greetings. Pursuant to your request for professional assistance regarding the establishment of a legal easement of right-of-way, serving Lot 19, located in Barangay Patoc, Dagami, Leyte, I respectfully submit this initial findings report based on the cadastral maps, technical descriptions, satellite imagery, and information made available during the preliminary assessment. Purpose of the assessment. The purpose of this assessment is to determine the apparent access condition of Lot 19 and identify the most practical and legally supportable route for a proposed 4.00-meter legal easement of right-of-way intended for vehicular access. 2. Documents and information reviewed. 1. Technical description of Lot 19. 2. Cadastral map of Barangay Patoc, Dagami, Leyte. 3. Google Earth satellite imagery. 4. Property boundary information and adjoining lot references provided by the client. 5. Preliminary discussions regarding access limitations and neighboring properties. 3. Property description. Property identification. Lot 19. Location: Barangay Patoc, Dagami, Leyte. Area: 46,744 square meters. Based on the available documents and maps reviewed, Lot 19 appears to be an interior parcel with no direct frontage to an existing public road. 4. Initial findings. 1. Lot 19 does not appear to have direct access to an established public road based on the cadastral map and technical description provided. 2. The property may therefore require the establishment of a legal easement of right-of-way across one or more adjoining properties to obtain adequate access. 3. A review of the cadastral map indicates that lots 26 and 27 are the nearest adjoining parcels, situated toward the northern side of Lot 19, and appear to provide the shortest practical route toward the nearest barangay road. 4. Based on the available mapping information, the route traversing Lot 27 appears to be the most favorable preliminary option due to shorter distance to the public road, reduced number of affected parcels, avoidance of river boundaries and low-lying terrain, and potentially lower construction and development costs. 5. The alternative route through Lot 26 may likewise be considered and should be evaluated during an actual field survey. 6. Eastern access routes traversing lots 357, 362, 372 and adjacent parcels appear to involve longer travel distances and may encounter terrain conditions that could complicate future road development. 7. Considering the intended use of the property for vehicular access, a proposed easement width of 4.00 meters appears reasonable and may be justified for the movement of service vehicles, agricultural vehicles, emergency vehicles, and other necessary transport requirements, subject to final legal and engineering evaluation. 5. Negotiation status. The client has advised that verbal negotiations were previously conducted with neighboring landowner or landowners regarding the proposed right-of-way. However, said negotiations were unsuccessful, and no agreement was reached concerning the granting of a 4.00-meter easement of right-of-way. It is recommended that any further negotiations be documented in writing, and, if necessary, pursued through the proper barangay conciliation and legal processes as provided under Philippine laws governing easements and rights of way. 6. Recommendations. 1. Conduct an actual relocation and verification survey of Lot 19 and adjoining properties. 2. Prepare a detailed survey plan showing the proposed 4.00-meter easement of right-of-way. 3. Determine the route that provides the shortest access to a public road while causing the least prejudice to adjoining landowners. 4. Conduct formal written negotiations with the affected parties. 5. If amicable settlement cannot be achieved, consult legal counsel regarding the final appropriate action for the establishment of an easement of right-of-way in accordance with applicable Philippine laws governing easements and rights of way. 7.
Next phase of verification and investigation. Following the completion of this initial findings report, the next phase of the engagement shall involve a detailed verification and investigation of the adjoining lots that may provide the most practical and legally supportable access route to Lot 19. This verification process shall be conducted by Mr. Carl Mark Melgar and Mr. Mark Anthony Bitanghol Versosa through coordination with the DENR, Register of Deeds, and Municipal Assessor's Office of Dagami, Leyte. The objectives are: verify the exact lot numbers affected by the proposed route, determine the registered owners of affected properties, determine whether the properties are titled or under tax declaration, identify DENR survey claimants and land status, verify current ownership and possession records. Upon completion of the documentary verification, Mr. Mark Anthony Bitanghol Versosa shall conduct an actual field investigation to determine the current occupants, possessors, claimants, and users of the affected lots. The field investigation shall likewise determine whether ownership transfers, sales, inheritance transactions, partition agreements, or informal conveyances have occurred without corresponding registration in government records. The purpose of this investigation is to identify the proper parties with whom negotiations should be conducted for the establishment of the proposed 4.00-meter legal easement of right-of-way. The ultimate objective is to establish a perpetual and legally recognized right-of-way that will provide vehicular access to Lot 19, remove its landlocked condition, improve accessibility, enhance marketability, and increase its future development potential. 8. Professional fee. Professional services rendered. Review of documents and technical descriptions. Preliminary cadastral map analysis. Initial right-of-way assessment. Preparation of initial findings report. Professional fee. PHP $3,000. Amount in words. 3,000 pesos only. 9. Payment details. GCash number 0961 056 7372. Account name: Engineer Jerome Esplanada. Kindly furnish a copy of the payment receipt for proper acknowledgement and recording. 10. Professional disclaimer and limitation of liability. This report constitutes a preliminary professional assessment prepared solely from the documents, cadastral maps, satellite imagery, technical descriptions, and information made available at the time of review. The findings, opinions, observations, recommendations, route identifications, and conclusions contained herein are preliminary in nature and shall not be construed as a final survey report, legal opinion, property valuation, land ownership certification, engineering certification, title verification, or guarantee of the successful establishment of any easement or right-of-way. No warranty, express or implied, is made regarding the accuracy, completeness, ownership status, title condition, possession status, boundary locations, claimant information, government records, legal rights, or future legal outcomes associated with the subject property or adjoining parcels. Final conclusions shall be subject to actual field survey and verification, relocation survey and monument recovery, DENR verification, Register of Deeds verification, Assessor's Office verification, legal review by qualified counsel, court determinations, if any, subsequent discoveries arising from field investigations. Neither Engineer Jerome Esplanada, Mr. Mark Anthony Bitanghol Versosa, Mr. Carl Mark Melgar, nor any assisting personnel shall be held liable for decisions, investments, negotiations, transactions, legal actions, losses, damages, delays, costs, claims, disputes, or consequences arising from reliance upon this preliminary report without further verification and professional review. This report is intended solely for the use of MAM AJ via MOR for preliminary evaluation purposes, and shall not be relied upon by third parties without independent verification and professional consultation. Respectfully submitted, Engineer Jerome Esplanada, Geodetic Engineer. Prepared for MAM AJ via MOR. Prepared by Mark Anthony Bitanghol Versosa, PRC accredited real estate agent, under broker's license number 0032782.